This girl suddenly realized that her mother wasn't human. Every time her mother went out hunting, she would take an adult boar with her, but she always came back empty-handed and exhausted. When the daughter asked about the boar's whereabouts, her mother would get frustrated and break things to avoid discussing the sensitive topic. On this particular day, July 15th, the mother picked out another boar and prepared to leave. Curious, the girl decided to follow her. However, she soon discovered that her mother wasn't heading to the hunting grounds she mentioned. Instead, she was making her way to an abandoned castle that hadn't been inhabited for a century. At that moment, the girl's grandfather suddenly appeared behind her, warning her not to forget that she must be home before dark. The next day, the mother returned empty-handed again, but this time she brought back the girl's father, whom she hadn't seen in a long time. Seeing her father bruised and in pain, the girl wanted to ask what happened, but her mother shut her out without explanation. Late that night, the girl was awakened by a strange noise. Following the sound, she found herself at her father's room, only to see him drenched in sweat, groaning in agony on the bed. When she woke up, she was back in her own room, unable to tell if what she saw was real or a dream. But one thing was certain: her parents were hiding something from her, something they couldn't talk about. To clear up the doubts that had been haunting her for years, this time she secretly followed her parents. What she saw next would become a nightmare that haunted her for the rest of her life. She sneaked into the castle after her mother left. When she woke up again, her father was sitting next to her, silent and looking as if he had lost his soul. Unable to endure this back and forth between dreams and reality, the girl locked herself in her room, refusing to come out. But late that night, she heard someone knocking on her door. As she tried to hide, she realized it was her grandfather. He told her to pack her things and leave this cursed place with him. Without a second thought, the girl agreed. However, as they were escaping, her mother took a shortcut and quickly caught up to them. Soon after, her father arrived as well. The three adults argued in front of the girl, and her father even got into a fight with her grandfather to get her back. With no choice, the child was brought back by her parents. But the next day, her father took her into the castle and told her the family secret that had been hidden for so long. When her father was young, the girl's grandmother went out one night looking for her grandfather. She searched the entire forest but couldn't find any trace of him. As she was about to return, she was attacked by a werewolf and unfortunately perished. That werewolf turned out to be her grandfather. The girl's father had also inherited this gene. Whenever the moon was full, he would lose control and transform into a werewolf. To prevent himself from hurting the family, he had no choice but to have his wife lock him up. As for the boars brought back each time, they were simply to satisfy his hunger. It was only at that moment that the girl understood that the reason her parents insisted she be home before dark was actually to protect her.
Like and subscribe.